Dr. Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases.
First off, the government's strategy was to try to contain the virus.
Let's find somebody else.
I think we can all agree that 2020 collectively sucked pretty bad. The measles went rampant and infected so many people that it put the world into a massive chickenpox meltdown. For some reason, YouTube doesn't want us to bring up the you-know-what and the you-know-who, so instead, I'm just going to keep saying random illnesses off the top of my head. The world went into lockdown, and everywhere you turned, people couldn't stop talking about the mass cases of the Black Plague. However, in the world of video games, it was also, well, kind of crappy, because so many games were being delayed. But however, in March of 2020, it was only the beginning of this mass flu craze, and little did we know what was coming in the next year. There were miraculously 2 games being released on the same day. Doom Eternal, the newest game of a franchise that I've sank my teeth into time and time again. Look at the shotgun with the meat hook. This game is badass. And the other game that was being released with it is Animal Crossing New Horizons. Where are all the demons? The guns? Why is everything so cute? New Horizons is the first game I booted up in the Animal Crossing franchise, and god damn it, it's good, but it's far from perfect. This is my experience with Animal Crossing. Place the frickin', why did you put it all the way up? So I need to get this out of the way first. I've always known about Animal Crossing, but it never intrigued me enough to check it out. However, it being released with Doom Eternal, I thought was hilarious. So I pre-ordered both games to create a video on it. This is still my most expensive video yet, by the way. I played Animal Crossing for a few hours to get the footage and commentary I needed, and then I shelved it. Now I played through Doom Eternal. You can see I have multiple videos of it, but I was playing it right when I was getting burnt out from Let's Play content. The game got so intense for me, I was honestly exhausted and happy by the time it was over. So I just decided to relax and check out Animal Crossing again. And for some reason, this time, it clicked. Animal Crossing is adorable. The idea of waking up on an island and trying to create a thriving community from scratch is a used idea, but however, doing it in such a cute and adorable world was new to me. There was no survival mechanics, no hunger, no stamina, nothing that would kill me. Literally, the only thing I had to worry about was my tools breaking, and this damn Tanuki always pushing me to be in debt. It was a breath of fresh air from what I was used to. I instantly fell in love with the museum. This is by far my favorite part of the game. Like, the collectionist in me wanted to fill all of the exhibits that it had to offer. And aquatic life is beautiful to me. So catching all the fish and seeing it displayed in the museum was really cool. I started getting connected to villagers the more I talked with them and showed off my super cool collection in the aquarium. Upgrading the shops in my house was fun. Cleaning up new areas of the island and the gradual introduction of new tools was really cool. It felt like as you progress through the game more, you'd unlock new things to do. Like when I first got the pole or the ladder, I felt like I could now travel everywhere. And my fiance thought it looked like fun, so she got her own copy of the game, and side by side, we were expanding our islands and connecting with villagers. It was fun, but there are some glaring flaws, unfortunately. There is so much wasted potential in the crafting and furniture. See, New Horizons is the first game to introduce crafting, and I think it has the potential to fit really well. I mean, you live on an island, so you could craft your tools, and then use those tools to craft furniture, decorations, even some fish bait. But why can't I craft a couch? Or maybe an end table that doesn't look like building blocks? I just feel like the crafting is lacking. So the game syncs up to real time, so 10 a.m. in real life is 10 a.m. in the game, which is really cool for game immersion, but the only way you can get new furniture, other than the crap that you can craft, is to buy it from the Nook shop. Every single day you log in, there'll be new furniture you can buy, which is cool. It gives the player incentive to log on and play every day. But I swear to God, it cycles the same 20 pieces of furniture, and then maybe you'll have a chance to see one piece that is different. Like, my fiance has over 200 hours in this game, and she still doesn't have a couch or a kitchen counter. Why do we have to wait so long for some basic furniture necessities? I totally get waiting around for the shop to sell you rare furniture items, or something really sweet looking. Like, I get that. But why do we have to wait hundreds of hours just to get a table? Why can't we craft a decently nice one with our tools and workbench? This game is also really tedious. Like, why can't I craft multiples of items at one time? Why do you have to pay Nook miles just to be able to unlock the ability to hot swap tools or gain a bigger inventory? It just feels like things that you should have from the beginning of the game. Another mechanic I feel is silly is the rocks. Rocks will give you resources every time you hit them with a shovel. You can hit it 5 times. However, if you happen to miss it once or twice, you don't have another chance to hit it again, because as soon as you hit it once, there's a hidden timer that starts, and you can only collect resources until that timer is up. Like, why is that a thing? Why can't it just be a hit limit? Like, every day you can hit this rock 5 times, but once it's done, you have to come back tomorrow. I never had too much trouble, but I felt bad for my fiance because multiple times I'd see her miss out on getting some iron ore and some rocks just because she happened to miss the rock one time. For a game that is geared more towards casual gamers, you'd think that that would be a thing, but nah, it's a timed thing. On top of that, the multiplayer is super limited. Like in the gameplay trailer, that was a big thing, was having multiple people playing together. You and your friends could run around and have fun on each other's islands, except there's nothing to do together. Oh, you mean the events during the holidays and season changes just isn't good enough? No, it's not good enough. The game syncs up to real life. Are you telling me I have to wait until the season changes just so I can invite someone over to my island to play something cool like a fishing tournament? It's silly. I wish the multiplayer was a little bit more involved. You can only go look at someone's island so many times until you're a little bored and you start figuring out other things to do. I mean, like, let me go onto my fiance's island and help her decorate her island. Let me actually interact with some items instead of just being able to sit in a chair. There is literally a teacup ride you can put on your island, and you're trying to tell me that there's no way anyone can ride it? It doesn't have to be too involved. Like, take a look at Thrillville, for example. You can ride every single ride, and it takes like 10 seconds to ride it really quick. But it's fun and enjoyable to watch. I wish something similar was implemented into New Horizons. Also, it's really annoying talking to the dodo birds over and over again just to start a multiplayer game. Maybe for some of you that's part of the immersion, but I don't know. For me, it got tedious after a while. And before you tell me about hide and seek or mazes and obstacle courses, that's not multiplayer content. That is just players being creative with the tools they have. If I were to design Animal Crossing's multiplayer, I would have gave it some like simple mini games. Could you imagine getting together with some friends on your island and playing some Mario Party style mini games? Like, imagine a fun jump roping mini game, or I don't know, racing your friends by swimming out in the water. Or maybe you have to be the first person to dive in the water and find a hidden treasure chest or something. These minigames could give bells or maybe items. Minigames would make a perfect addition to this game. They don't have to be super fleshed out or anything, they just have to be fun. Heck, I still boot up Mario Party 6's bus mode just to play some minigames, because they're fun. And the minigames don't even have to be exclusive to multiplayer. Maybe make it for single player as well. Like when I owned a DSi, I put so much time into that like WarioWare paper airplane minigame. Honestly, it's ridiculous. And it's such a simple game, but damn it, it was too much fun. There is literally an arcade machine you can get in the game. Why can't you play a game on it, like in Stardew Valley? It could literally be something funny, like, I don't know, Mario Bros, but replace everything with characters from Animal Crossing. I'd play the shit out of that. I used to pop in Yoshi's Island on my Game Boy Advance just to play Mario Bros. Again, it's just another missed opportunity. My fiance and I just wish there was more to do. Like, what happens when you get KK Slider to your island? All right, you've succeeded. Good job. Now you have to wait 6 months for Nintendo to bring in an update with some sort of decent content, like deep sea diving, which is just another collect them all for the museum type of content. After a while, Isabel says the same few phrases every morning, the furniture in the Nook store is the same, Tom Nook runs out of ideas for you, the villagers feel robotic and just do the same things every day. Literally the only goal you have in this is to bring people to your island, but once you're at max capacity, that's really it. Like, what would be cool is if there were little quests you could go on, and maybe they differ depending on the villager. Maybe you have to help Melba find her new favorite book. Maybe you can use a travel ticket to take Blue Bear to a concert from her favorite music artist. I don't know, it could be anything from small tasks to big ones. Taking on unique tasks from each person is an incentive to start a fresh island to get new villagers as well. Giving a villager their lost journal or making medicine for someone because they're sick is a good start, but it only happens in the beginning, and it's the same every time. There's not much depth to the relationships you build. Stardew Valley, for example, gives you the option to talk and give gifts to people as well, but you can also build strong relationships and even date and marry people. There's a whole wedding and everything. I can't be too harsh on this game. I mean, there's a reason why I got 100 hours into the game and why my fiance got 200 hours in. It is a very unique and fun experience when it wants to be. I love being able to give presents to villagers and to people online. I always end up being excited to give my fiance a gift, and then she showers me with presents of stuff that I've never seen before. I love the initial part of building up the island community, collecting stuff for the museum, and the initial meetups of new villagers from the campsite was always really cool. And I really enjoyed collecting all of KK Slider's albums and designing outfits for my little person. Honestly, I feel like more than half of my hours went to collecting rare fish, and live streaming this game was really fun. I met a ton of cool people and got to see some really amazing islands. Now, of course, after I go through all this effort to make a video, Nintendo randomly pulls out an update with a bunch of events, which is great, but, I mean, I still stand by what I said. People are saying these are the same events they did last year, and the reception to it is 50-50. It sounds like they just need to flesh it out a little bit more. Nintendo, don't be afraid to try something new. I know you guys don't always hit the mark, but you would have never gotten the success of the Nintendo Switch and the 3DS without the failures of the Wii U and the Virtual Boy. Try something new with Animal Crossing. It will make an already legendary game that much more legendary. What do you guys think of New Horizons? Have you been playing it since launch? Do you enjoy all the seasonal updates? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And also, let me know what other Nintendo games you'd like to see here on Multi-Kill Studios. Thanks for watching. Stay beautiful. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah. About a payday, move work on my island in 8th grade. Got your chick in my crib and she like what she seeing, bitch. I'm finna slide like I'm KK.
Your bitch my playmate, you stuck in game state. We own that chain state. Watering can with the drip, bitch I maintain. My bitch is yellow, close to that windows, looking just like Isabella on a vacate. Chop trees, put the hardwood in her guts. Iron nuggets in the clip, don't stand around. And crack body bag, go and zipper rub. No ceremony for your life when I hammer down. Hey.
Last night boxed my bank account, ramp up my game, y'all let it down. 2 hits and a wheat beat pecking. Now I caught a little buzz.